Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, viewers, wherever you're watching EIE from. This is your favorite program talking about Nigerian politics and the future of our democracy as a nation. My name is Don Adobaido, and today we have a general topic we'll be talking about. We're supposed to have a guest in the house. We're still waiting to get a signal to hear from the guest. We have a guest in the house that we're going to be interviewing today, talking generally about Nigerian politics. Please, if you're just joining us now, please um, kindly share this page, share this message, tag friends, invite friends, and still let's educate ourselves. In the course of the week, a lot of things happened, and I continue to ask myself, I say, where is this country going to? What is happening to Nigeria? We want to look at, first of all, we'll be the looking at the president, the educational summit that the president went to attend in the UK. My brother, make we tell ourselves the truth. Our president, wetin he wan go? He wan just go be bench warmer because I heard Dino Melaye came out and start addressing the issue. What Dino Melaye said was fact. You have a vice president that is eloquent, that has educational background. You could not send your vice president, instead you went on your own. Tell me what Mr. President is going to address those people where intellectuals are, professors. What has he to contribute to what they are saying? I really don't understand. Are we going to talk about the elections that happened, the local government chairman elections? Because we will be talking about that in our next episode. How it was being manipulated. I told Nigerians that INEC is a very particular sector of Nigeria that we have to concentrate on. We really have to concentrate on INEC. We really have to concentrate on INEC. Because if the people choose to come out and exercise their right, why is it that you now manipulate the result? This is what we call electoral fraud. We're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about that. In the course of the week, Mr. President came out and gave a figure of billions of naira into where? Insecurity and health issue. Okay, ask me now, that money now, where has it gone to? I know it's just barely 1 week or thereabout they approved these funds. Tell me, where is that money going to? They're going to share it among themselves. This is what they do. They keep coming out and making figures, because all they do now, they are preparing themselves with all the money they are mentioning now. They're going to use those money for their campaign. They're going to use that money for their campaign for election. What the money you set out for this budget that you brought out, what are the things, what are the plans? Because you can't just come out and say insecurity. What are the lay foundations you've actually put together to say, okay, this is the structure of what we are using this money for? This is what we are spending this money for. This is how we've laid down the plans for this money to be spent. There's no structure of what you don't just, in fact, imagine somebody saying he wants to go into a business and you don't even have a business plan on what to do on the business. All you just want is just the capital. No, the money is not the first part of it. At least there should be a plan. The insecurity, what are the structure that you guys have actually laid out for Nigerians to understand that this money that you are approving now is going to be used for this actual budget, for this actual program you actually set the money for. Because I won't say all these things uh, are new to me, or all these things are just like what I never expected. I expected even more than this, but thank God, God is still God. All of you that are thinking maybe this government position that you are holding now is not going to leave you after 2023, we're going to see. Now that one they call when breeze blow for nyash go open. Nigerian government is not the birthright of any politician. I want to also use this opportunity to address my people from the northern region. If you are an Hausa man, hear me clearly. When we were growing up, let's say 35 years ago or 40 years ago, as the case may be, when we were growing up, when you see a fellow Hausa man, when Hausa man were coming to my state, because I'm from Edo State, when Hausa man tell you it is A because they are so honest and straightforward. Hausa man does not tell lies. I'm not talking about the Fulani man. I'm talking about the Hausa man. Please don't quote me wrong. I'm not trying to paint any tribe, whatever they are not now. I'm just saying a general statement. The Hausa man are very transparent. Hausa man will tell you, oh, I bought this thing for 5 naira, and it is true. You hardly see an Hausa man that will lie to you. I'm addressing my people from the northern zone. The Hausa land was hijacked by the Fulani. Go and read history. Go and read history. You will understand when they started invading Nigeria from the east. That's why, to a large extent, all what Nnamdi Kanu, because Nnamdi Kanu came out to educate Nigerians about what is going on. This is more than what we are thinking it is. I don't want to be religious speaker, or I don't want to speak in favor of any religion, but go and read history. I don't want to come here and make people feel like their religion is the cause. No, trust me, there are still people that are faithful and holy to their religion, irrespective of what the other religion is practicing right now. Go and read history. You discover that like the Fulanis came from the east to invade Nigeria. And that is how they've been doing it because naturally they are from every part, even the Arab too. They're like Arab. Their major center is from Arab. They came from the east and they started invading every African country. And where they settled in Nigeria is in the north, and they conquered the Hausas. When Nigeria was brought together, it was three. That is why we get Wazobia. The word Wazobia. Now, Igbo, Yoruba, and Hausa. Wa is for Yoruba. Bia is for Igbo. Zo. Now, is from Hausa. They did not put Fulani there. Because it beats my imagination that a Fulani man will come out and say they still have 4 years to rule Nigeria. Is Nigeria your property? Were you there when Nigeria, when people were habited in Nigeria, living in their land, in their own land, before you guys came to invade the country? We're not trying to cause division here. We're just trying to see, because if we take down the line, including the military regime and the civilian regime, you guys have held Nigeria captive for more than 30-something years, if I'm not mistaken. So what are we saying? What are we saying? We got to break this edge. We have to break this edge. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. An Hausa man is a very transparent man. A very transparent, honest person. That is what you see in an Hausa man. But now the Fulani have corrupted them all. If you are an Hausa man and you think a Fulani man is doing you a favor, take a look at what is happening in your land. You could identify that like these people are enslaving and marginalizing you guys on your own territory. because the northern territory belongs to the Hausas. I was having a chat with my friend yesterday. We were just talking. We were just talking. We now went back down the line. We went back down the line. We went back down the line and we were saying, like, how do Hausa people portray themselves then when they were coming to do business in our state? Because they are good in agriculture, they bring their crops, they bring their produce to our state to make money. They are honest. Hausa man will tell you, take this addition of what you've bought. They were honest, they were sincere. An Hausa man is straightforward. But Fulani have come to hijack Nigeria. They call it the jihad or whatever you call yourself. But listen, enough is enough of all what is going on. Nigeria is a democrat nation, as at that we're going to practice our democracy to the fullest. Stanley, Strong Kingsley, you're asking me what is this cause? What's cause of what? Please be very straightforward. Please, you can throw up your comment. Thank you, Miss Elizabeth. A lot has happened in the country just this week. Now, wow, what can we do? What can we do? Stanley, please, can you tell us more on what you like want to explain? You're saying what is this cause? Please, if you're coming in, drop in your comment. Let's have a conversation. Because Nigerian problem, there is a big problem that is sleeping. A big problem. The federal government, they are not listening to the drum that is playing. They are not listening to the drum that is playing. They are not listening. All they focus on is how to do the things their way. They don't care about what is happening around, what the citizens are feeling, the things that are going on around the country. They are just so centered with their selfish interests and their corrupt manner. Because the corruption are the people on authority, the corruption they are practicing now, it is their behavior, it is their manner. It is not just like, no, it's like something that was born with them. That office did not corrupt them, because some persons will say, do you know the spirit behind those positions? Which spirit they behind this position? I mean, I never see person wey grow up for street, wey be say na street, e no do street. Which, like, people say this, that position, do you know the spirit behind that position? Do you know that position can corrupt people? How can the position corrupt you when you are not corrupt? Before you came into power, you were not corrupt. How can the position now not corrupt you? It is something else. If you are an Hausa man and you allow the Fulanis to say, oh, because of religion, come and do this, you are allowing them to dictate your future for you. And as at that, you are a coward. The Igbo, the Hausa, and the Yoruba were the three major tribes. They did not put Fulani. They did not, because if Fulani dey, we foresee another name join Wazobia. Wazobia na the name wey be say e don dey exist, wey we know for a very long time. The Igbo, Hausa, and Yoruba, na so we know am that time. The three major tribes. How can a Fulani man now come out and say Nigeria belongs to them? You want to Muslimize Nigeria? In this modern era, you want to enslave people? What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? If you be a Hausa man, know your stand from today. Try to read your history. Try go read your history as an Hausa man and see how the Fulani invaded your land, your own land. They conquered you people. and want to be enslaving you people. In terms of population, you guys still own the larger population in the north. So don't allow them to fool you guys. They are penetrating. Before you know, they will turn you guys to a commoner. And they are already doing that. They are already doing that. Please, Hausa people should stand up for what is theirs. Because Nigeria does not belong to a Fulani man. I'm not trying to cause separation in the country. I'm just speaking the truth. It's high time they back off from Nigerian politics. Because for more than 30-something years now, they've held Nigeria in hostage. And they should leave the power of Nigeria alone and allow Nigeria to grow. Allow Nigeria to grow. This is how they destroy all nations they go to. Go and read about their history. I'll be playing one. Let me see if I could get this clip, and I want to play this clip for you guys to watch and see what this news is talking about. Let me play this clip for you guys. I want to play this clip for you guys to see what I'm talking about. I want you guys to understand that, like, we know all these things that are going on, but most times we choose not to say them because we don't want to cause problem in our country. We don't want to cause problem. But the way it's going, these guys are manipulating even our electoral act, because this is what Buhari did. Buhari went there and put all the cabinet as a Fulani men. Take a look at all the head offices. From the beginning to the end, he appointed all Fulanis. We're not trying to be tribalistic. We're trying to be realistic. We are trying to be realistic here. We're trying to be realistic. Are you going to come to invade Nigeria and start enslaving the people of Nigeria? Nigeria is a country that has been existing before you guys came from where you came from. It's not your birthright. So as at that, you maintain, when somebody go to a foreign land, you stick to their constitution, their law, and their policy. You stick to it. You don't go there and rule over them. Because you guys could carry arms. You could kill people all the name of religion. That is uncalled for. That is uncalled for. I'm going to be playing one clip from the interview they had from the favorite channel in the Western world. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying those people are not still part of our problem, but I'm just saying this for us to understand that, like, everything that is going on, the world are watching. The world are watching. Trust me, the world are watching all that is going on. All that is going on, the world are watching. The world are watching. Please, my fellow Hausa brothers and the well-to-do Fulani person, we are not against the Fulani staying in Nigeria. But we want them to understand that Nigeria is not their mother's land. There are difference between your existence came from that land than you migrated to that land. You people migrated to Nigeria, and as at that, you maintain a position of an immigrant. Don't start claiming you are too much. You are too much in Nigeria. No. Go and read your history. If you are a Fulani person, go and read this history I'm telling you now. You will see that you people didn't even come from Nigeria. Una not be Nigerian. Una came to dwell in Nigeria. Una can't dwell inside Nigeria. As at that, you guys will leave it as at that. You will leave it as at that. You will leave it as at that. You will leave it as at that. As a Fulani man, understand that like you came to dwell in Nigeria and you don't have any right to dictate for the people of Nigeria. The Hausa should stand up. Stand up. That is your mother's land. That is your mother's land. The land belongs to the Hausas. The northern region belongs to the Hausas. It belongs to the Hausas. We are tired of all this dictatorship and this tyrant of government from the Fulanis. They've enslaved Nigeria enough. How will you come and invade Nigeria and start thinking the land belongs to you? Please, if you are watching this program, continue to share, okay? Just share this program, like and tag. We're here to educate ourselves, tell ourselves the truth. If you don't know the papa way born you now, begin to know the papa way born you. Fulani not be Nigeria born una at all. Now come coexist for Nigeria. Nigeria is not your mother's land. Mona, if una be bastard, Mona go look for who born una. Nigeria did not give birth to Fulani. Go and read the history of Nigeria. Fulani Empire Muslim terrorism of the Western Sudan that flourished in the 19th century. The Fulani, a people of Abkhor origin, expanded westward from Futa, Taro in Lower Senegal in the 14th century. And by the 16th century, they had established themselves at a Machana upstream from the Niger Band, and they were proceeding eastward into Hausa land. Into where? Hausa land. Google these things. All this information is right there at Google. You don't need a soothsayer to tell you the truth. All you just need to know is Google what is going on. Google your existence. It's like the Fulani man, they've not actually want to talk about their existence. They've not want to talk about their existence. I hear them saying it is not the right of the south of the southeast to become a president. Who are you to dictate for Nigeria? Are you from Nigeria? You came to dwell in Nigeria. You came to dwell in Nigeria. We don't know you guys. When British were putting people together to coexist together, they did not call a Fulani man. But you guys are eating Nigeria stylishly. You are eating it on Nigeria. It will not work for you people. It will never work from you people. You people went through. You people died. Many Fulani continue to pursue the posterior life somewhere in the Hausa land. They invaded all the community, all the name of religion. In 1970s, the Fulani divine Usman Dan Fadia from 1754 to 1817, who lived in the northern Hausa state in Gobe. To tell you, their history is right there. Their history is right there. We got position these people where they belong. We go position them where they belong. Who don't know a papa may find a papa go where a papa dey. Nigeria is not from the Fulanis. Nigeria does not belong to a Fulani. Go and read your history. If you came to exist in a country or you came to live in a country as an immigrant, you stay as an immigrant for there. Please, we should be up and doing. We'll be talking about our electoral act very soon, because these people have manipulated even the people from the southwest, that they think maybe the power is going to get to their hand. Listen, they're only using you guys as two because they want the power to come back to them. They cannot program Nigeria. They cannot program Nigeria. They cannot, and it will never happen. A fellow Hausa man is transparent and is honest. Is honest. The North Central, like, take a look at the way they portray themselves. Please, if you're watching this program, continue to share how they invaded the northeast of Sokoto, everywhere. They started, they even accused the king of Sokoto. This is where they started chopping into the northern area, eating into the northern. They started penetrating into the northern area by creating the awareness to them that, like, this is the religion they brought and it's going to help them. They deceive the Hausas with the religion and keep them under their armpit. If you be Hausa man, Stand up for your right. Don't allow a Fulani man, because I heard that man came out, start ranting that they own the population, that what's it called? The Hausas are 120 million, while the Fulanis are 40 million. Hold your 40 million. The Hausas should be careful. They should stop supporting the Fulani all the name of religion. That is where they are holding you guys, and they hold on as Mugu. What do they call Mumu? That's what the Fulani are holding the Hausa to be. They are holding you guys like Mumu, using the Hausas. The Fulanis are using the Hausas. The Hausas, they should wake up. Hausa, wake up. Hausa, wake up and stand for your fellow people, your fellow Nigerians from the west and from the east. These people, they are among the people they established together to make Nigeria. The Wazobia. Wazobia still stand. Wazobia still stand. Till tomorrow, Wazobia still stand. Ask anybody. What it be? You go tell us na Wazobia. The Wa is from Yoruba. The Zo is from Hausa. The Bia na for Igbo. I don't see where they put Fulani there. Please, the Hausas should be up and doing. I'm not trying to cause problem or trying to speak against any tribe, but these people are nothing but henchmen, bandits, and kidnappers. How can a government that say you come from this tribe and you know the problem is coming from your tribe, you can't even address it? Open grazing. Even in the Western world where they produce milk and all of that, they don't do open grazing. Everybody, if they even see your animal on the street, they will find your company and your company will go bankruptcy for life. Unaka will not they produce milk. Is Nigeria among the producing milk country in the world? No. Your cows do not even produce milk. Make we look at, does not even produce milk. Are we part of those countries that are producing country in the world? No. Then you say let them do open grazing everywhere. Every state must yes, if the state choose to want to like do a grazing, fine. Not an open grazing. You cannot impose. That's why I call Nigeria is still tyrant. A country where the leaders are so dictating. They don't care about the masses. They don't want to know how you feel. That's why I'm appealing to all Nigerians. I'm appealing to all Nigerians. I love what happened in Lagos. The people came out and stood up. We're going to be doing that in our next section. They come up, they stood for their right. Because INEC is a problem. INEC is a problem. I wonder why a senator that comes from a constituency, you did not speak on behalf. I'm not going to be showing any video. I promise to show you guys a video, and I'm going to do that video before I continue with my conversation. Please hold on. Let's do this video, and I'll get back to you guys. Thank you.
An insurgency to try to overthrow the government and rid the country of Christians. Now human rights groups are asking the White House to stop the carnage. After losing ground in Syria and Iraq, the top general of U.S. Special Operations Command in Africa is warning that Al-Qaeda, ISIS, and other Islamic terror groups are now trying to take over parts of the continent's most populous nation. Major General Dagvin Anderson says Muslim terrorists have set their sights on Nigeria's southern and northwestern regions, and the U.S. is now sharing specific intelligence with the country.
So this intelligence sharing is absolutely vital, and we stay fully engaged with the government of Nigeria to provide them an understanding of what these terrorists are doing.
Their goal? Eventually turn Nigeria into a Muslim country and force Christians, who make up half the country's population, to either leave or convert.
Christians are in the eye of the target, and they're coming after them.
And the numbers are staggering. August 6th, Muslims stormed 4 remote Christian villages in Kaduna State, killing 22 villagers. July 24th, 21 dead, scores injured, and several Christian homes destroyed by militants. July 19th, 19 people killed when assailants armed with guns and machetes attacked a wedding reception. And the list goes on. Leading human rights groups say what's going on in Nigeria is a genocide.
If you look at what's happened on the last 20 years, George, it's just massive number of attacks against Christians. Look, 50 to 70,000 have been murdered.
For years, the main terror group was Boko Haram, which seeks to overthrow the government here and create an Islamic state.
They go after Christians and moderate Muslims. They push a hard-line Muslim agenda. It is their intention to establish a caliphate and to just rid all of Nigeria and West Africa of any Western influence whatsoever.
Now, there's a new actor on the scene. In Nigeria's so-called Middle Belt region, where the Muslim North meets the Christian South, a terror group made up of Muslim Fulani herders are killing thousands of Christians. More than 1,400 Christians were hacked to death in just the first 7 months of 2020 by Fulani herders.
Unfortunately, the secular media are quite often biased and trying to present this as a tribal conflict rather than religious.
Nigeria's president, a Muslim, has so far done very little to stop the bloodshed. His police and army are also mostly made up of Muslims.
The attackers are never captured. They are not prosecuted. The security services respond very slowly. A full day can go on with attacks happening and no security shows up. And frequently, the government officials will provide cover.
Helpless and vulnerable to almost daily attacks, leading Catholic bishops are now urging Nigerian Christians to defend themselves. Human rights groups are asking the White House to appoint a special envoy to help end the persecution of Christians in Nigeria.
Unless the world takes note and puts pressure, economic pressure, sanctions, visa bans on the officials who are responsible for this travesty and for not reining in the terror, then Nigeria will continue to be a bloodbath.
Meanwhile, King's Group is helping more than 3,000 Christians who lost their businesses, homes, farms, or land to Boko Haram and Fulani militant attacks. International Christian Concern has created communal farms to give victims the opportunity to rebuild their lives.
When they get back to work, the family is fed, they have a future, the kids can go back to school. It's a restoration of hope. It really is. And it's much more than just economics. It's the whole community. It's all the parts of life, the emotional, the physical, the mental. It means a lot to them.
ICC and so many other groups trying to bring hope in the midst of all this devastation facing the Christians of Nigeria.
And they are doing it.
They are, absolutely.
Great story, George.
Thank you.
Coming up, new evidence.
You see what the international news media are saying? Did they say the Hausa? They said the Fulani Esme. That's why I'm appealing to all Hausas. They should not allow the Fulani to bring bad name to them because it is your region, the North. The North belongs to the Hausas. You heard where they said they came out from, where they emerged from. They've been chased. They've been chasing them, and they think Nigeria is a hideout for them. Nigeria is not a hideout from you guys. They said the president has done little or more about it, about the situation. Little or more of the situation, the president has done nothing because this man came from his region, from his tribe. He's doing nothing about it. He's doing nothing about it. What is there to capture all these people, these guys, all these guys? So what is wrong for the president to, if the president cannot do, I heard they went to buy a war space a jet. What do you want to do with that? What do you want to do with that? You're just wasting the resources of Nigeria for no reason. If you want to attack these people, you know how to combat these people. Nigerian soldiers were the people that were fighting Cameroon War, going about fighting all those wars on all those Africa countries. Liberia War, Nigerian soldiers were the ones that went for Liberia War. Our soldiers were up and doing. But now you people have tried to want to use religion to make them not to do the needful of what they've assigned to do as a soldier. What happened to these guys if you take down all these guys, Mr. President? We are still calling on you, though we know your days are numbered in that office. Whether you like it or not, you're going to go. And you're going to go, Mr. President, whether you like it or not. We are telling you today, you will go. And you will not bring somebody that will come and take over from you. To cover up all this rubbish you've done, nobody will cover up for you. And Nigerians, if you are hearing me, I'm going to be showing a guy in my next clip. This guy was being used in a local government election to murder. I don't know if the person is dead, but he shot at this guy, or the name of the one who win a local government. Look at the length people could go. I'll talk about that. Don't be deceived. Don't be used. Politicians, most of them are users, if not all of them. But we're still going to believe on the political system, because that's the only way a nation can be governed. We're still looking up to people with honesty, people with integrity, people that understand what it means to be human, that understand that like God gave us an opportunity to come into this life as a gift. Yes, you are right. The government has done little or less than what is going on to solve the situation. Please, if you're watching this program, this is EIE, Enough is Enough. And we'll have to go into a little commercial. Before we go into this commercial, I want us to understand that like it's hard time we start patronizing our own products. Our own product. If anything is being manufactured in Nigeria, is good for consumption. I know the reason why this manufacturing company has not gone viral, and even the federal government have not tried to want to see how they could adopt this company and ensure that every sector of government, if they want to buy anything that has to do with manufacturing of cars, they will not involve this company, to see that even the government are using these vehicles and as an official cars, even the banks, private sectors. Hold on as we go on this short commercial, and I'll join you back after this commercial.
Showing up in style inspires great confidence. IVM G5T appeals to class.
Time is of the essence. With IVM Kappa, business and meetings are always on the go.
Fun time with the family. Thank you to IVM Kingdom. IVM Kara is always stealing the show. Isn't she beautiful? Influence defines a great leader. IVM Seriki is Africa's commute king. Strong, reliable, and durable. With the concept of regionalization, Innocent Vehicle is committed to satisfying its customers with producing their everyday dream cars.
IVM, pride of Africa.
Thank you so much. That is from Ines Motors Manufacturing Company. They are well to do. When I run into that advert, I said it's good for us to promote our own brand, so that like the Western world could see that like Nigeria are well to do. We are even trying to improve the economy with our own product, because what they see us to be is that like we are raw materials. We don't finish with our product. So let them see that we have a finished product. And this company, I believe, is located in the east. And please, you guys should understand that, like, instead of you to be based here in Canada, instead of you spending 3 million naira on a used car, most of them are accidental car. Some of them are a very used car that is very weak. When I ran into this advert, I just made a decision. I said, you know what? The importation of Tokumbo should not also be stopped in Nigeria. It's also like people doing the business to also, I know it's their source of income. They should understand that, like, listen, these vehicles, uh, some of them last longer and some of them cause a lot of problem, accident or whatever. But it's our time we start patronizing our own products so that we could be buying new cars, new one, not the one they've used before. They will not bring it for you. You'll not be seeing yourself like they are using a new car. No, new car. If you're looking for a new car, visit that company and you get a new car for yourself. And I think they are up and doing. All their cars are meant for Nigeria, for the bad roads and whatever. Try and make a good research about that company and you will understand what I'm talking about. And also this morning, we're still talking about the drum that is playing that federal government are not listening to. The last appearance on Nnamdi Kalu case, he was not in court. And I heard the girl was crying. She was crying. She's a brown far. She was crying. She said, like, she believed that something must have happened to their leader. She was crying. I don't want to play a video. She was crying. She was crying. She said, like, these guys are taking these things so polite. Why another man came out, he said his name is King David. He was saying that, like, the lawyers of Nnamdi Kalu are not serious with the issue. And the court gave an approval for the IPOB people to be visiting Nnamdi Kalu, but all of a sudden they went there the last time. Even the lawyer and the family members could not see him. They were not allowed to see him. What is going on? What is going on? This Fulani cabal ruling Nigeria. Do you people want to cause problem for this country? Because take a look. If Mr. President could go ahead, and elect the following people in his regime. Take a look at all these people he elected. They are all Fulanis. How do you expect peace to reign in a country whereby you have a dictator of people that comes from where you coexist, and when you tell them to do things, they carry out your order? Take a look at all this list here, from the chief of Navy staff to down to the IG of police. They are all Fulani people. They are all Fulanis. They are all Fulanis. What is this government turning the country into? The justice of the Federation has no justice anymore. The justice of the Federation, where the masses could have cried to, has no justice anymore. What is happening? What is happening? What will you have to say when the Chief Justice is from there, is from the Fulani? What will you say to that? The justice of the Federation has no justice anymore. Ministry of Works have no work. Ministry of Agriculture, they not get agriculture. All the sector of Nigeria, none of them is functioning. When we look it down to our security level, what can we say? It's just a shame. Please, the justice of the Federation, please, sir, grant Nnamdi Kalu before the next appearance date in court. Tell the DSS, not be una get this life wey we dey live, so not be una get am. Nigeria does not belong to one person. It's for the people, by the people, and to the people. People should grant the family of Nnamdi Kalu access to visit him. Because if anything happen to that man, the drum wey dey play so, una go dance put o. Because pikin wey say make mama no sleep, himself no go sleep. Because I never see you they chase person. You go say they pursue this person, you know they run after the person. As you they chase the person, that's how you they run after them. Free Nnamdi Kanu for his people and face the business of Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu is not the problem Nigeria is facing at all. Sondugbowu is not the problem Nigeria is facing at all. The problem Nigeria is facing are these people killing, terrorizing, raping, kidnapping, and common lives of the ordinary people of Nigeria. And Mr. President, not until you do something to this problem, we will not stop talking. We will continue to talk, and we will talk till you hear us. I know your days in that office is numbered, and you are not going to bring a predecessor to come and cover up your shame. You have left nothing but shame for yourself. It's such a pity. You're a big loser. I'm sorry to say. You're a big loser. Muhammadu Buhari has been the worst president ever ruled Nigerian government, ruled Nigerian people. No idea, no good sense of humor, no direction. I don't know if his advisor, they are also like him. Please, we should be up and doing. Thank you all so much for watching this program this morning. And please, if you watch this program and you have a brother that is an Hausa man, try to educate that Hausa man to understand that there is a difference between an Hausa man and a Fulani man. They should not be considering themselves as a Fulani man, because a Fulani man is a killer. You just heard that little interview that little commercial. Fulani man, they are haters, they are killers, they are full of kidnapping and name it, all sort of evil things comes from their mind. Because if Mr. President is not part of these people, if he doesn't have the same mind these people had today, tell me, why has he not done anything? Why he never do anything? It only takes somebody that is corrupt to manage a corrupt people, or people that are evil to accompany good evil people. He has done nothing or little or more to stop this whole situation. Please, the Hausas should not give the Fulani the opportunity, because if Nigeria elect a good president tomorrow, they will not. Take a look when Goodluck Jonathan was there. The best Amajiri school you guys have in northern area today, Goodluck Jonathan built it. Somebody was just singing to my ear yesterday that they believe the Northerners are going to bring Goodluck Jonathan in again because they know Goodluck Jonathan can easily give them power again after 4 years. We don't know what is going to happen, but all we know is that, like, let every political party come out with their flag bearer, and we're going to come out here and speak. And I'm appealing to all the TV channels in Nigeria, please. In fact, I'm not even talking about all the TV channels. There's only one channel that I believe could do this job. And the only person that could do this is Sheung from the politics of China, the politics in the China. Please, if all these political parties, they've come up with their candidate flag bearer, let them come into debates. Yes, come and fire yourself. Come and tell yourself how you've not been competent, even in that little office you've held for a very long time. I'm appealing to all Nigerians, okay? Thank you so much for watching this program. This is EIE Enough is Enough, and I'll see you next week, Saturday. And stay tuned. Our next program is coming up shortly. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.